What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was going to stop. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. If you have my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Don't want to make music, they want to fight. Which one y'all want to do? Because I'm all about all of it.
You already know what it is. Reb3l, Rebel, of course. It's high key, the most decorated artist on this platform.
Said you was gonna piss on this man.
No, had no problem with that. I was gonna piss in his mouth.
I know.
And I wanted him to get the heck of me.
Piss in my mouth!
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Once I get negative, then we can take it out.
I don't fuck with none of you guys.
But hold on, let me get something to drink.
Well, hey, people. Hey. I am here. It is me. I am here. What's going on? What's up, people? We are here. We are back. I'm here for yet another interview, an exclusive interview. and we're gonna do that like only we can over here. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get to know this young man. He is a new cast member of a new show. I guess everybody's new because it's a new show. But there is a new web reality series called Real Life and Music. Now, as y'all know, I reviewed season 1 and season 2 of Real Life and Philanthropy. They are the whole reason that I have to wear masks and other PPE protection when I do reviews. And I did some interviews for them. And so on the same platform, they have a new show called Real Life and Music. And these people are, I'm just going to make assumptions and assume that all of them are members of the Rainbow Coalition. They down here, they got, some of them got suites, some of them got whole condos, some of them have a whole wing down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound where all of us members of the letter people reside. Anyways, all of them are aspiring musicians. They're trying to make it big, some bigger, some smaller than others, in every which way you can think. And they're chasing their dreams. And we're going to see this season how successful some of them are in chasing their dreams or chasing delusions. Today's interviewee is a young man. His name is Reb3l. It looks like Rebel to me, so I'm gonna call him Rebel because I can't keep saying Reb3l without getting tongue tied. So anyway, he is and this is, I'm gonna read y'all what it says on his Instagram. Artist, award-winning rapper, author, songwriter, producer. And his debut album, Billy, is now available on all platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I bring to you Mr. Reb3l. How are you today, sir?
What's up? I'm really glad that you, for one, you're right, it is Rebel, but it's also Reb3l, you know, just for those of you who can spell. What's going on?
You tell me. I'm here to see what you got going on, sir. What is going on? What is this jersey you have on? What is that?
This is courtesy of H&M. You know, the girls say that I'm cheap and I wear fake things, but you know, most of my clothes is H&M Forever 21. That's my shit. So H&M Forever 21. If y'all out there sponsor me, I'm ready for my ad.
H&M is cheap.
That's what the girls say.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't say nothing about my Old Navy I be wearing. Let me shut
That's
up.
what the girls say. But how are you?
So let's start out because the people may not know you. So I'm going to go through the whole jacked profile of what I need. You got
found my
your
jack?
name, height.
You found my
height.
jack?
No, I didn't find it yet.
Oh.
Name, we got your name, height. Don't lie, it'll take you that long to know your height, sir.
Depending on what I give, I could be like a good 5'11", 6 foot some days.
Weight.
Ooh. Today, like 186.
Dick size.
I'm a good. You know what's crazy? I never really measured it. I would say I'm. It works, and it got a little curtain. No, I'm just kidding. My mom was probably watching, but.
So we ain't getting no side. Cut or uncut. We going through the whole cut or uncut.
Oh my gosh, you really said it's gonna be no holds barred. Okay. Like I said, subscribe to my OnlyFans if you want to see it.
You should have told me that. I could have put it in the description box.
You see, let me explain it myself. I want to drop the link for the people.
I got the link tree in the description box.
Oh, it's in my link tree already. So if you follow me, you can just go ahead and hop in and
do what
you need to do.
It's the one all the way at the bottom.
No, it's at the top.
I bet. We'll find out. Depending on how well you meet our size criteria over here. We got size criteria over here in these parts over here. I'm just lying. I'll take
you can ask him in the comments as I never get any complaints.
Oh, your boo thing in the comments?
Oh.
We'll
Is
get
one of
there.
them in
We'll
there?
get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. So if I had to look up Wikipedia, you know how Wikipedia gives you the blurb, the little blurb that tells you in about 3 or 4 sentences who that person is or why the hell they should even be on Wikipedia.
Mhm.
What is yours saying?
So for one, like my bio says, I'm an award-winning rapper, songwriter, a published author, producer, model when I want to. I'm from originally I was born in Connecticut, but raised in Atlanta. But by way of the Caribbean, my family's from the Caribbean, and I am the greatest rapper of all time, second to like Nicki and like Lil Wayne and Jay-Z.
Oh wow. Oh, I will save that for later when I ask you your top five. And the fact that you're going to put Onika in there scares me already.
Not too much,
Anyway,
not too much, baby, because we can cut this interview right now. Hold on.
oh God, we got the barbs in here. Dear God help us. Y'all know between the beehive and the barbs. Thank God I got on pink so today for the interview.
Right,
I didn't
you
bring
knew
out
better.
I didn't bring out my pink Lamborghini just to race with China, but I bought the race to China just to race in China.
You are a low key barb. Don't let me.
No, I think that her only good things that she does is feature. If all I need her to do is be a feature, Mama gonna kill it on the feature. But a whole song, mm-mm. But a feature, Mama is gonna take souls on the feature.
All right. So when
Oh,
is this
so,
interview over?
oh boy. All right. So, what should we expect from you? Wait, hold on, because this is the important question. When were you born?
I
Not
was
what
born
year.
in
Just give me the date, month, and day.
112. I'm literally the goat.
Yeah, I am a Capricorn. I am 1/1. I am January 1st. I am a real and true Capricorn. True and
Okay.
true. We don't play with
Okay.
the people.
See, the only thing is that I need you to get into Nikki now. So,
But that's
and we here. But that's what's up. My brother, one of my best friends, his birthday is actually January 1st too. So
so yeah, Capricorns are the best signs. So they are go getters. These are the people who don't play with other people. So
that's why
that
you
may
had to have me
explain
here
some things.
first.
Oh,
That's
that
why
may
you
be that explains a lot.
exactly.
That may help explain a lot of things from the show. So they keep saying you got the most awards on this show. You the most award winner. Now, please don't tell me you went to mom and pop's chop shop and they in the back room had awards being given out, and now you award winning. I ain't talking about the
So
third grade talent show or your 11th grade,
I got one of
Black
those.
History Month talent show. No, we're not doing that, sir. Credentials.
So
What are the
no,
credentials?
so I've won 2 Pop Smash Radio Awards. If you know that is a very accredited, independent, radio group that has supported me in the past 2 years that I've been doing music. Last year, I actually won best top hip hop song of the year with my outro on my album, and then I also won Song of the Year. And I've been placed on like multiple playlists. I've been recognized by, a lot of people in the community. However, I would still say I'm slightly underrated just because I don't get along with the girls like that.
Mm,
But yeah,
okay. So, yes or no? Everybody else on the show is beneath you?
no,
No. So there are people on your level musically.
no,
So everybody's beneath you
no.
musically.
So how I feel, this is how I feel, and this is what I tell them all the time. Anytime that I say like I'm the best or I talk about myself, it's honestly never in comparison to any of them, to anybody, there.
But
I
you're talking to an English teacher, an etymologist, someone
oh,
who knows words, and best is a superlative,
absolutely.
which means that everyone else must be inferior. So by you saying that you are the best, by definition, everyone else is inferior to that.
Well, you know what? If you want to say that, you can say that. I'm of course going to continue to say I'm the best because if I say that I'm above them, they're going to say that I'm being a bully and all this rah 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 mess. But I mean, I feel like I have. Of course, I have other castmates. I am Vo on there. I have Ty Valentino. That would be about it that I would say is even on my level as far as just like artistry and just like
So who are these
commitment. And
other people that's on the show? Since these are the people that ain't on your level, you don't see it. Who are these other people? Tell me about these people. How many other people are on the show?
all right, so
I only want to hear about the people who you don't see it for. I don't want to hear about no I am Bo. I don't
oh,
want to hear
trust
about
me.
no
Okay,
Ty
I got you.
Valentino. I want to hear about the people
So
who you don't see it for.
I'm gonna start off with people I'm almost okay with now. There's Chrissy. He's from Philly. He's
But you
another
still don't see
rapper.
it for him.
We get into a little thing on the show, probably in like the first or second episode. So you'll definitely see that we
So you
kind of
say
bump
his name is
heads.
what?
Chrissy.
Chrissy. Okay.
Yeah.
What's his pronoun? He, him, they, she, they?
Oh, child. It depends on the day.
Okay, got you. So Chrissy, we don't see it for Chrissy. All right, next. Who after Chrissy?
There's what's his name?
Wait. Hold on. Before you get to the next person. Why we don't see it for Chrissy? I just want to know why we don't see it for
I mean,
him.
I wouldn't. So we don't see it for Chrissy just because Chrissy is still, I would say, in a very beginning stage of her music career.
So
I
she
even found out.
She don't got no skills.
I even found out last night that she only started rapping because her brother. She was in. I guess her brother was recording a song, and she just like randomly got on a song. So it really wasn't even her passion. But so that's. I mean, I don't necessarily have the most respect for that. If that makes sense.
But here's the deal. Now I told you I'm a Capricorn like you do, like
Let's
you are.
do it.
So if you're saying, if the first thing that you got to tell me is that she's a younger and newer rapper, what that equates in my mind to is, baby, your skills ain't up to par. Because even people who are younger and have less years, if you got bars, you got bars.
You're
If you
right.
got talent, you got talent. First year, 50th year. Talent is talent. So by you saying,
well, if that's the case, she doesn't.
everything,
If that's the case, I'm going to say she doesn't have it. Then there she goes. She doesn't have it.
Okay.
Nice girl. A lot of
but
spunk.
she need to go. She need to go to the woodshed a little more. Okay.
Yeah, she needs to just.
Who's next? Okay, we got Chrissy. Chrissy, we'll see it for you.
There's Lottie. She recently I haven't seen it here for, and that's a person that I've known for quite some time.
Now wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Hold on. So you can't go for seeing it first from seeing it for somebody to now for something because I don't see it for you. They ain't good.
No. You see, you never even let me finish. See, that's one thing about Capricorn. Sometimes y'all be butting in. We be butting in too much. But you asked me who I see it for. Okay. I don't see it for her. Okay. However, I've always respected her artistry just because she's an artist that I've worked with. But more so recently, I've realized that even her passion isn't there. Like even like last night, she was on a live and she was like talking about the business, and I just feel like people who like say they want to do the business of rap, they don't really understand the business of rap is having passion, and she doesn't have that. She has,
Does she have skills? Is she good on the mic?
She has skills. Like I said, me and her did a song. It was amazing. Air it out. You can stream it now on all platforms. Give her some coin. But yeah, she hasn't really put out any music in like, I don't even know. It's been some time. She's relying on this motherfucking fire song that has not been lit in quite some time. But anyways,
so enough new music. She outdated.
Yeah, and I feel like she's a one-trick pony. But
what is the one trick?
Motherfucking fire. The one song that she performs everywhere, all the time. That's it.
We'll see. I'm gonna get you to come on here and at the end and give us a few bars. See what you got impromptu, sir. Who's next?
There's Vay. I don't see it for Vay just because he's a very young-minded, immature, and also he's another one that's not like very passionate about the art of rap. And like I said, I don't really have much respect for people who don't really have that heart.
The people who ying around the house, they playing around. They're not serious.
He literally claims that he's a pandemic rapper, and he thinks that that's cute. And I mean, if that's the case, that's cool. But
If you
then,
hold on, whoever this person is, I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't know you from
child,
Adam, but I will give you this sage advice. You never attach the adjective pandemic to anything you're doing, okay, sweetheart?
oh boy,
No person in their right mind attaches the pandemic to anything that deals with who they are as a person. I'm just saying, it killed millions of people across the world. You want to be around here killing us softly
well,
with this
that
song?
that's what she claims. So, yeah, I don't see it for her just because, like I said, she's not it. And you can obviously like all these people you can obviously see and go and listen to their music just
Oh, okay,
because
because
I
the
don't.
way you said you can obviously see, I thought you was about to say because of how they look.
Oh no, I you see. I'm not one person to talk about looks just because I feel like everybody's in a sense beautiful.
Mm.
I come from a background where I was bullied, for for a couple of my looks. I'm dark skin, I have a larger nose, all that stuff. So I try not to really come for anybody's looks, especially us being on a show about music.
You ever
And
try to do that? Do people
that's
come
where
at
I've
you about
always.
your look?
Oh, absolutely. I've been
No.
called foot in the face. I've been called ugly. I've been called bad bodied.
Oh.
They talk about my cockeye. They talk
Wait, hold
about
on, pause. They called you bad body, but
yes.
I ho- I know some of the I'm not doing this. Nope. Because people go get mad. They go start saying that I had the Mr. Potato Head and this bucket of parts song playing in the
Yeah,
review,
yeah.
and they go try and
They
come
say
in
a
my
lot.
clothes. And I ain't doing
They
this today. Nope, I'm staying good. But people talk about bodies on this show.
yeah, yeah. And obviously you can look at my page and you can see my body, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, they say all these things and I feel like it's it's a way for them to try
Somebody
to
say pandemic rappers is a real thing in the oh, dear God. No, why
child.
can't you just be a rapper? Pandemic, what it sounds like to me, you're trying to make excuses for your
You're
mediocrity.
sick.
So
You're
you say
sick.
pandemic, so your mediocrity that will show through in your whatever you're doing is explained away because oh I was in the pandemic so I couldn't be around them. Oh it's because of the pandemic. Oh basically you're saying I'm going to be mediocre to horrible and you should explain that away with the fact that it happened during the pandemic.
And that is one thing I even spoke about today. It was kind of like, I feel like a lot of them oh, I don't have to do this because I'm not a Beyonce, I'm not a mainstream artist, I'm an independent artist, so I could slack off a little bit. When in reality, because that we're independent artists, we have so much leeway and we have so much at stake, and we really have so much opportunity to be the best that we can be. So I'm not going to limit myself to any capacity because in a sense, I want to be compared to the Beyoncés. I want to be compared to the Nickies and the, Jay-Z and the Lil Waynes. I don't want to be compared to them.
Who else we have on the show
We can
that
we can
you want
run through
to
this. So because the next couple I really don't care for. There's Broke Bladder Bryson.
broke Bladder. Oh, from last season of Real Life and Philanthropy, where he peed on himself and tried to get mad at the people because they pointed it out. He got mad at Kwanzaa because Kwanzaa
Wait,
pointed out, "Boo, you peed," and, and you get mad at these people because you peed on you.
and
I
just
ain't gonna
wait,
never forget that. I ain't gonna
and
never
just wait.
forget.
It did not stop there.
He
There's
got
something.
real mad about that. You peed. What do you want from me?
See, I see.
And
I'm glad.
everybody saw it. He was like, "Oh, sometimes you leak a little bit." Them people was like, that wasn't no little leaking. That was
Mhm.
a whole stream."
That man has a serious problem, and I
Ooh,
laugh about it, but then
y'all stupid.
I really want him to get some help because you'll see
Oh,
in
I've
multiple
seen.
on multiple occasions that we're literally watching like somebody
I've
go down a
seen.
downward
Remember,
spiral.
I watched and reviewed last season, and we talked
Hmm.
extensively last season about the fact that um there's the sober Bryson, and then there's the imbibed or inebriated Bryson. That's a whole
B
nother
B
story. This ain't a Bryson
B three
interview.
B3 Broke Bladder Bryson.
Oh dear God.
Hashtag now.
BQ, BQ, you shake like a key, they cube you
Right.
key 3 times. Shut up, L. Teddy. Just shut up. This is why people are
Oh my
not
god!
nice to
I'm
you.
so glad it's not me. I'm so glad it's not me because, like I said, they're gonna call me a bully. They're gonna call me
I've been
this.
called words. It's okay. It's okay. They
So,
talk. Listen, they talk all the time. Who else we got that we don't see it for? I don't. I'm not saying I don't see it for them. I'm saying you.
um. Oh, there's Karma. Karma, the black sheep.
Oh.
She's the only trans girl on within our cast. So shout out to her for
Uh-huh.
definitely coming in and breaking some borders. Um, but she is another one that she just to keep it plain and simple, she doesn't have any talent.
Oh.
She
Boop. There
can't
it is.
she can't really sing. She
Oh.
has no musical ear.
Oh.
She and plus she's also unprofessional. She's an unprofessional being, and it's just like, yeah,
Why you say
like
she's
I
an
said,
unprofessional being?
just because me and her have been in very professional settings, and she's acted out very wildly to the point to where we even got kicked out of a photo shoot. But like I said, that's for a later story.
Okay. Um. um. Let's see. We got any
And
more?
that's about it. Everybody else,
Okay.
like I said, Ty Valentino, me and him bumped
Leo,
heads for a
you see
little
it for
bit.
him.
Me and him bumped heads for a little bit. We had a little issue within the season that people are
You
going to
didn't
get to
beat him
see.
up, did you? You
No,
didn't
no, no,
open
no.
the car door and start wailing on him in the face like you said.
No, they would have had to lock me up, because that's why I don't fight no more, because I don't want to be put in that predicament where I black out and I literally hurt anybody and hurt myself as well. Whether it's physically or whether it's any type of opportunities I have in the future, just because I don't want to be looked at as this unprofessional but talented individual.
Okay. Look, I'm just asking these things. This is what people put out there. Well, let me say this. But let's get back to seriously. And for all of those people we talked about, please know how I feel. It's all in jest, all in joking. When you come on, and if you interview with me, we can talk about Rebel too. We'll lay him out just like he's trying to lay y'all out. So
Yeah.
we are
But
fair
like I
and
said,
equal opportunity.
I appreciate the whole cast, just because we really came together and we made a great show. But for me, I would say the issue with them is just they don't understand me, and I'm not even to a point to where I want them to understand me, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to be respected. And
So why don't you? I know you talked about people who are beneath you and people who have have don't have talent. People who may or may not have as many open doors as you do. Do
mhm.
you go out and try to maybe mentor those individuals, or maybe try to put them in front of people who may can help them get to where you are?
So that's the thing. I feel like a lot of times I'm portrayed as somewhat of a villain, which I can have like villain like ways, and that's only because I come from a background where it's do or die. Like, you really have to put up or shut up. And I
Where are
don't.
you from?
I'm from Connecticut, but my family's from the Caribbean.
What
So I
part?
come from a very strict background. You said what?
What part?
St. Thomas and Antigua.
Okay.
So I come from a background where it's just like you got to be not necessarily tough, but you have to be kind of smart. And I just feel like a lot of them aren't really smart when it comes to different opportunities and different things that we've all experienced together. So, but like I said, for me, I am always the person that I have such a passion for music that's what it is for me at the end of the day. I just want to make music.
So
And
why
if you
get
don't,
on the show like this?
what you mean?
Why get on the show like this? Why get on one of the web reality series?
For one, it was Ty Valentino. He introduced me to, the opportunity and was
Production.
like, yeah.
Okay.
So he introduced me to the opportunity and was like, hey, this will be a good opportunity for you to show a little bit of personality and also just to get your name out there. Just because for me, I don't, like I said, I don't really partake with a lot of activities of, the other artists in the city, just because we have different perspectives on, how we want to do music, how we want to even be, perceived. And it is kind of hard really putting myself out there, just because really and truly, like I said, I just want to make music. So I came on here with hopes to, like I said, share a little bit of, personal side, but also share music. Like, really, if this show is supposed to be real life and music, I'm going to bring the music. And whether it's,
So you're not gonna
different.
give us a real life?
No. Yeah, of course. It's always going to be real. It's always going to be
No,
real.
no, no, no. And I ain't saying it ain't real, but I'm saying, are you gonna open up and really let us in to see your real life? What's going on, in real life, and not just what you want to show us?
So, of course, with this being the first season, we got to film a lot of content. So yes, I do feel like you see a lot of my real life, and a lot of my real life now is interacting with different artists, and that is what I was even able to really portray with this whole season. Just being able to like interact with the different personalities, people that I normally wouldn't really be around. So that's a part of my real life right now.
Do you do music full time, or do you have a 9 to 5?
So I work in finance for now, but I
Now wait a minute.
also,
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
oh boy, you and these
Because
hoes.
people tell me that, I work in finance, as if they're down there in the accounting room over there at Citibank and JP Morgan Chase, as they over there really, and then there are people who work at the cash register and have to keep that till balance, and that's finance to them. What is
So
it? Is
what
it
I will
really
say is
finance, or
I
is
work
it?
I work for a private finance company, and I like to keep that side of my life kind of
That's fine.
separate,
That's fine. You ain't got to
just
disclose that.
because just because I feel like I said, that's another part of my life. That's what funds this side.
Mm.
So I protect that side in a sense.
Did you go to school? Did you go to college?
No, I went to high school. I dropped out, and I got GED, joined the army, and kind of just been living life, living life and following my dreams at this point.
Following your dreams, living your life. Come on now.
Yeah. You see, I told
Um,
you I was gonna keep it real.
you keeping it as real as you will give us. Let's say that. You wouldn't even give us a dick size or a cut or uncut at the beginning of the thing.
Just
You ain't keeping it
because,
real. Keeping it real.
just because. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I keep looking at my phone. I'm trying to read the comments and stuff at the same time, like
Oh,
making
you
sure.
should
Hey
be able to
everybody.
read them.
Hey everybody. Thank you all so much for coming out. I know I got my brothers on there. Ralph on here. Oh Ralph, this is starting to get. Ralph, you'll be all right. But yeah.
So you talked about somebody within the audience that's your boo thing. Are you single, or are you attached?
Yeah, I'm single.
You're single? I thought you
Yeah.
had a boo thing in the audience over
See,
there.
I never see you listening too hard. I never said that. I said that one of my, people might be in the cast in the in the comments and whatnot. But like I keep that, I wouldn't even necessarily say I keep that side of my life private, just because it's really in my music. Any type of like personal things that I'm going through, it's really in my music. So I
So
do
you're single.
have I'm single, but I have a lot of love in my life.
Are you single like Kesey from Chasing Dallas, where he's single depending on who asked him, or what day of the week, or who's slobbing his knob, or who box he beating in, or who's
No,
beating his box in, or whatever? Are you that single, or are
I
you
would say
single single?
as of right now, I'm very single until, but if when I'm not single, everybody knows that I'm a person that I'm very vocal about
Are
my
you talking to
relationships.
somebody?
That is
Because the
yes.
way you're making this,
Yes,
okay,
I am.
okay.
Yes.
We don't want to. Listen, somebody could be watching this. You say I'm single, and they roll
Then
up
I
on you thinking they
blow up
got a
my
chance.
phone. Why you said you were single?
Right. I don't want you to get beat up at the club. They be
Right.
waiting for you outside
You
at
already
the club.
know.
These girls like
They
to fight,
probably waiting
man.
outside the room. Like,
Mm.
hold on.
Well, that's good. I'm happy. But are they in the chat?
They said to stay. Well, not them. Somebody told me to stay out the comments. So, yeah, I'm gonna stay out the comments. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I'm always gonna say, stay out the comments. The comments are dangerous. People say
The
random
comments
stuff
are
over
not
the
on your
comments.
side.
The comments are never on your side. They're never, even though I have my hall monitors, they'll monitor the situation. People get too out of hand. But
I appreciate that.
the chat is never follow the chat. They are always. So so you're not gonna disclose anything about this boyfriend person you talking to, cut buddy,
Because it's really
boo thing, bust down, whatever you call it.
it's not really anything to really get
Wait,
into. It's
wait, wait,
like
wait, 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 Mr. Reb3l.
3L.
You cannot come on a show called Real Life and Philanthropy, and you want to go in and go to
And
town
music. And
on the,
music.
I'm sorry, not philanthropy and music, excuse me, real life and music. You want to go to town on the music part, but when the real life part comes, now it's a wait, hold on, no,
No.
not that,
So what it
no.
is, so what I will say is
The real
that
life comes first.
a part of my real life is not a relationship right now. A part of my real life is my career, really establishing a name for myself, making sure that I'm secure in all types of avenues, just so that way I can share with the world and share with that person, the whatever I need to share. So the real life of it is that I am single. I of course have people that I talk to, people that I'm romantically somewhat involved with. But it's not anything to the point. It's not it's not anything to the point that I feel it's necessary to really be like, oh, this I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to this person. It's very casual. It's very casual.
Do you talk to more than one person at once?
Yeah.
So you got multiple.
I mean, I feel like until that I'm in a, solidified relationship, whatever that may look like. And I'm also like, I'm
Bust down
open.
everybody.
I feel like to a certain extent, I am, like I said, just enjoying life, really enjoying making music, enjoying making memories and making money.
Let me ask you this. I watched, and we all watched at the beginning of this video, the trailer. And
Mm-hmm.
part of the trailer, you mentioned about production, saying, I don't want it to be said that, oh, I'm sleeping with production, or maybe I am, something to that effect. Was that a Freudian slip, or are you really doing something? Production
No.
got a reputation. I've been watching since season one. The people say production lays it down on the cast.
So
So
let me
if
put
you in production got something going on, did you slap the knob? Did you see the
absolute. I did not. I did
So who
not.
did? So who did it? Because that
I
I did
did
not.
not.
Who did? Who
Okay.
did it?
I have no, what I'm saying, intentions or really any type of like, that's not where we are. Like Greg,
You said it.
he's cool people, but no, I am not sleeping with production. I have not done anything with anyone
Why
in
do you keep
production.
saying that? I have not. As if
Because
you're saying
that's the
other
only
people
person
have.
that's who you interviewing, right?
Mhm.
That's who is in the background of this thing. It says Reb3l, right? It don't say anybody else, right? Okay, I was just checking because just in case you need to slide my box over to the left, let me
Oh, you
know.
want me to slide the box over to the left so you can be the host and I can be
Just saying.
You do realize this is that we over here with me now.
No.
So who did, sir, sleep with since you said it wasn't you? So who we need to be looking at this? If there was to see one or two cast members get down with production. Did y'all got a cast trip? Because you know
So
the
I'm
cast
gonna
trip
just say this. I'm gonna just say this because I don't want it to get too messy. Just because I really don't know. Like I said, the thing is that I know I am not. I know that I'm not, and I don't know what history or what of production. I will say that production with me has been very respectable in that I'm saying aspect and stuff like that. I've never had that issue with them, just because in a sense for me, I feel like I said, it's always been about real life and music. It's not about anything else.
Have you had any relations with anyone on the cast?
Yes.
Who?
I had what do you mean relationships?
Relations, sex, a dick going to mouth, a tongue going to booty hole, a dick going to booty hole, bodily fluids exchange. You kiss, you tongue kiss, you lick each other nipples.
So I'm just gonna say this: the type of person I am when it comes to my you know what I'm saying, sexual like type experiences.
You ain't
Like I
telling
said,
nobody.
I like to very much keep it about me.
So
And
we
just
gonna
because I
find this out on the show.
I don't know. Maybe you gotta watch and see.
Oh, so you can't tell us. Is this
But
one of the
yeah.
people you don't see it for anymore, or you still see it for them?
I guess you really have to watch and see.
Wait
And
a
also
minute. Wait, I
and
don't even
also
know.
and really and truly, what you can do is you can look in the comments and you can look at the certain posts. If you go to certain posts on people's page, it'll tell you all you need to know.
So
And
it's gonna tell
that's
you who you
all
busting down
I'm
or who
gonna
busting you
say.
down right now. So wait a minute. So is
Ain't
the
nobody
person
busting
you're
you down.
talking to a cast member?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
No.
That would be messy. Okay, good. But
Mm-hmm.
you have, did something with
No, I
somebody
mean
in the cast.
I feel like,
One person or multiple people?
we are all fun, young.
One person or multiple people?
Like I said, it's REB3L.
Oh, so it's three people. Okay, I got you.
No.
Three people on the panel.
It's
Three.
not three, but it could. Yeah.
Will we go four? Shall we go five? Where do we end?
Just saying.
How many? I'm trying to see what the body count is.
Oh, I don't. We don't keep count. We
I'm
grown ass
talking about
people.
on the cast. I ain't talking about overall. Baby, we don't got that much time to be counting overall. Baby, you talking about just on the cast.
Okay. Keeping it real, two.
Two. Okay. Two. You ain't
Two.
gonna tell us two. Is one on the you see it for and one on
Two.
the you don't see it for,
Two.
or both of them? That's all you giving me?
Two.
Okay. All right. Okay. But
I should have known. I should have known.
okay, I'm just trying to find out.
All
Anybody
right.
else on the cast doing something with each other that we need to know about?
Whatever anybody else does is not my business.
Hmm. Let me ask you this: since we going down this road, since we're here now, might as well go down the road. If you did not know these people, didn't know them at all, didn't know them from a can of paint, and they walked up on you, would you see it for them or would you not see it for them? Person by person. You ain't got to tell me why. Just say, Chrissy.
As
Nope.
far as like
Just
physically, like
aesthetically, just
romantically,
at face value. All I did, we walked up on each other. We said, "Hey, how you doing in the club?"
yeah,
And
okay.
walked off.
Let's go.
Would you see it? You go. You name them all. I can't remember
Okay.
all the names.
So Chrissy, yes. Vo, yes. Ty Valentino, no. Vay, yes. Karma, no. Bryson, no. Lottie, no. And that's it.
Okay.
And all of her very different reasons. Everybody knows Ty's like my brother. So I'm never gonna we never cross that line. So that's literally like my brother. And I can honestly say that. Everybody else, no. Mm-mm.
Okay. No, seriously. Okay. Um. So you are a man on one of these reality shows. There's a ton of them. There's a ton of
Mm-hmm.
these reality shows out there. I know you don't watch them, right? You don't see them, haven't you?
Yeah, of course. I'm
Okay.
a
You
fan of
don't watch.
chasing Atlanta. I'm a fan of
Okay.
chasing
Okay. I'm
Dallas.
glad.
I have
I'm
friends on both.
wonderful. We're going to play the game where I will mention a show.
Mm.
You then mention to me one of each. One person you see it for, and one person you don't see it for, and why.
Okay.
And tell me why. So let's start. Let's start with the big kahuna. Chasing Atlanta. Let's get it. Who we see it for, who we don't see it for.
Rico with a K is my all-time favorite. That's another one of like my brothers, and just because of course you see him, he's extremely attractive.
He was in the chat. Hey
He's in
Rico.
Hey Rico with a K. Hey. There's we just have like a great bond.
One
He's
and and the other one. Not,
Okay, so
don't give me
okay,
multiple.
move. I'm gonna say Rico Cassadine. I don't see it for, and it's just because of the history that we have as friends, or not
And so y'all
necessarily
broke up as
friends.
friends.
We're not. We're not in the. We're not. I mean, I would say we're okay, but I'm not his biggest fan.
Oh wow! But y'all did a whole collab together. You said.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
I love
was that
working with
before
people.
y'all friendship broke up?
Yeah, yeah.
What
And
happened?
I wouldn't even necessarily say that it broke up, but we just don't see eye to eye for certain reasons.
What are
It
the
is what it is.
certain reasons that you don't see eye to eye?
I guess more so recently I've kind of picked up on just his realness, which is not that much there, I can say.
So you say
So
that he's not real.
yeah, he's not as real as he claims to be, but talented individual, extremely talented. At the end of the day, I have all the respect for him, as an artist, but I'm just more so recently coming into kind of figuring out just how the girls work in this industry. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like you something he may have said that, or may have shined light on something that you didn't think it was that way.
So the thing is with Rico Cassadine, like I said, he's a person that, and I don't even want to, because this is not about to be the Rico Cassadine show,
No, it's
anyways. And you
Rebel's show.
and you even said one thing. You let me you cut me off of Rico with a K, but now you want a full story on Rico Cassadine. Messy, but
I
no,
am just asking the question.
Oh, even the song you was just listening to before we came on here, the Icy remix.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
that's Rico with a K?
No, that's Rico Cassadine.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Rico Cassadine has this friend of his, Tellid, that me and him, have kind of, at this point, kind of bumped heads. And I feel like, in a sense, Rico is kind of guilty by association just because of certain things that I've seen him say and certain ways I've seen him move, not only with me, but with other people behind their backs. And it just kind of makes me look at him like, if you saying this to me about your best buddy, then who's to say what you're saying
So
about?
let me break this down, because you went the long way around. So you're saying Rico has talked to you about old boy, and you looking at him like, wait a minute, if you can talk about your boy to me like that, what the hell are you saying to your boy or somebody
Absolutely.
else about me?
Absolutely. And I feel like that's one thing where I don't really respect, just because it's kind of like, if I have I'm not friends with my ops. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, in a sense, he can be, because I feel like even in a sense, maybe he even, not too much care for me, but here he is, trying to befriend me, and on multiple occasions and in multiple aspects. And it's just like, now I'm kind of realizing that girl ain't who she says she is. But like I said, respect to her and her artistry. Like I said, amazing, or not amazing, but
that was not my downgrade. That was his downgrade, not mine. He did that, not me. Woo, it was the great or amazing. Then no, not amazing.
Yeah, I know. I would like, because I feel like amazing was a reach, but yeah.
I almost spit up what I was drinking. My Gatorade on my
I
computer.
said I was gonna come on this interview and be nice. I was gonna, have my halo, have my angel wings.
Ask the question. What are you talking about? Now I know you mentioned Rico with the K. Rico with the K. But listen, people have asked me in my DMs why I sing "Jesus Christ Superstar" on my intro, because that was when I did the review of Chasing Dallas, and I said Rico looked like he was auditioning for Jesus Christ Superstar.
I heard that. I saw that.
That was funny. Shout out to Rico with a K.
Ciao. That's my bro.
So, I see you don't see it for Rico Cassadine. Ooh, child.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
child.
okay. Maybe, yeah. But like I said, me and him have even fell out a couple times in the past before, and like, to a certain extent, we come back, and it's just because
I see what this is. I see what this is about. You too close to Aquarius. See us real and true Capricorn. Baby, when it's over, it's over. We ain't going back. We ain't
But
coming
see,
back. This is our baby days.
I have a forgiven heart. I feel like
Your
people
baby
at the
days.
end of
We
the
don't
day,
forgive nobody. We don't forgive. We don't take apologies, and we don't give apologies. Not Capricorns. Baby, we look at you like you mad. Baby, stay over there and stay mad. No.
well,
Oh, you apologize? Thank you. And I'm
well,
gonna keep it moving.
my mom's an Aquarius, so I have a lot of like,
I
of her
yeah,
qualities as
that's your
well.
Aquarius side coming through. Because Capricorn, they're looking at you like, baby, that first time it was over, it was over. Ain't no going back.
Mhm.
Anyway, what's my next show? Let's do Chasing Dallas. Let's get the Chasing out the way. Who you see it
Okay.
for? Who you don't see it for?
So could I say two for who I see it for?
No.
Okay. Okay, of course, my bro Kesey.
See,
Kesey,
come through,
yeah.
baby.
Kesey
TC, girl.
is
Everybody say they did. You see, everybody say they
we
did. Too.
me and Kesey have never met, but one day he hit me up in my DM and we were just talking about music and like we just had this really great connections off of music. And I respect him. I love all his work. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he's an
He
attractive
having some good
guy.
songs. He do be having some
Yeah,
good songs.
he's a really talented guy.
Okay.
Um, I will say the person I don't see it for, and I don't even know his name, just because I really don't be knowing people name like that. But the dude who he was getting into it with, who was flip flopping on the words. I don't want to say the
Oh, the
larger
DeAndre guy.
DeAndre. I don't see it
Okay.
for him, and that's just because not only are you kind of coming from my bro, but also
So you
it's
like
it,
Asher? You over here windmilling in the streets for people who you just met 35 seconds ago. 35, y'all met 35 seconds ago, but you
I will. I
okay?
will.
You better windmill for me. You
No, I'm
better
just kidding.
windmill for me.
I don't fight. I don't fight, y'all. I make music. I make hits.
Oh wow. Let's go to LA.
Jeremy Copeland, that's another one who we've had conversations before. I really, kind of like him and everything that he stands for. Who I don't see it for, I think his name is Andre. Is it Andre?
That's a dark skin one.
Yeah, I don't see it for her, and it's just because I think we were out one time, and he was just really kind of just loud and obnoxious and kind of bangy, and I was just like, ooh.
Oh,
It was just kind of
those
a
who
turn
like to
off.
drink. You know the
It
kids
was,
get drunk.
yeah, it was just a turn off.
What's the name of the show? ATL Hustle. I can't think of the name of the show. It ain't been on.
GSU ATL
Yeah,
Hustle.
G status ATL Hustle. There you go. This shit ain't been on since God was a child. So I was supposed to know the name
I'm
of it.
I'm not really caught up on that one.
I
That
know
wasn't
you're
one I
not.
really.
Ain't nobody is. They ain't caught up on themselves. Moving on. The come up girl, the girl, the come up. New York first. We'll do New York first.
Oh, of course, my fave, Chad. Chad is another one that I really appreciate his creativity, his work. He's a very, very talented individual. He actually just dropped, some music. He just joined the rap game. And of course, him being an island boy, I love him. So yeah, and anybody else, to be honest, I probably watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and I really don't have anybody else's
They
name.
have like 2 months in between each episode, so you ain't missed. They probably only got 2 last year.
But yeah, shout out to Chad.
So you don't have nobody. You don't see it for the rest of the cast. You just don't see it for them. Okay, girl.
Yeah,
What's the number? The come up Atlanta.
Who was on that one?
Cash De Niro was on. What was that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wasn't Rico
Was that the come
Castillo on
up
that one
Atlanta,
too?
or was that something else? I think that was the come
Not
up
you don't know the show.
Atlanta.
Not you don't know these shows. How you supposed to be reviewing these shows and you don't know
I
the
don't review all
shows?
these shows. I don't give these people all my time like that. Listen, I have a day job.
I guess.
Girl. I watched the first episode and be like, oh yeah, no,
Child.
not doing it.
But yeah,
I think
I
that was the
love
one
Cash
with
De Niro.
Cash
Cash
De
De Niro
Niro.
was he's one of my favorites. Me and him have had a couple of conversations just about music as well.
Okay, because
And
he can
yeah.
sing. He can really sing.
Oh yes, we actually performed at a show together. Well, not together, but we were both performing at the Royal Couch, his birthday party. That was at the end of
He don't
January.
got delivered, honey. He don't,
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him. I really do respect stuff like that, just because
we
it's for
praying
one.
for his continued sobriety and no, seriously though, but we are praying for his continued sobriety and that he does well with that because
Yeah,
a lot of people
he's a
documented
beautiful
struggle
guy.
with that.
he's a beautiful guy, both inside and out. Like you can tell that like he's a really nice person. And just from, like I said, the conversations that me and him have had, I've just never really had. I don't see what other people, see the negative side. I don't see that part of him.
Do people see the negative side of you a lot?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because I display it. I'm not one to kind of shy away from it. I am, as much as I, confident about, myself and my artistry and, whatever I do, I also have my own insecurities. And sometimes I know that for me personally, I know that I sometimes can overcompensate with confidence. And that's just because I do have somewhat of a social anxiety to a certain extent. So people see it as, oh, he's being cocky, not realizing I'm literally hyping myself up because there are somewhat voices in my head like telling me you're not good enough, you're this and you're that. So
It
I
sounds
feel like
like you're afraid to let people in. Why? Because even today on this interview, you've been there are certain things you're like, okay, I'll talk about that, but you've been had the wall up for most of the interview on a lot of things,
do
and
you feel
even
like
in what
that?
you're saying right now, you're even defensive now, and you don't want to let people in. It's like it's a hard shell, and I don't want you to break this hard shell because it's a real soft inside, and I don't need you to break this shell because if you break the shell, I can't be held responsible for everything that comes out afterwards. So, but why do you feel like that's your thing? Why do you feel like that's how you are?
And it's really just because I feel like that's really the only defense mechanism I have. Like that's my only gun. Like my gun is my confidence.
So
And
that's your ammo. You don't want you want to be ready for anybody.
yeah,
You know, I talk about this with a lot of gay black men. You grow up as a child where you are constantly at battle because everything about who you are, people tell you is wrong. So you always are in this perpetual state of defense mode. Somebody can say, "Hey, how you doing?" and you ready to, snap their head off because you have been brought up that everything you do, you have to defend. You got to fight. You've been fighting.
right.
Oprah said, all my life I had to fight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, that's
So
real.
I find that they even amongst our own circles when you're in a circle of friends or this collection of people who honestly mean you well, we continue even if you when you're with your best friends, you notice best friends be out here sounding like they can't stand each other and be windmilling with each other and be ready to fight, and we're in the whole friendly circle and nobody's willing to let the guard down
No,
because we've been brought up to always be defensive, but then we can't really love on each other if we never let the guard
no,
down. We never, if we always have the walls up, we never fully love and embrace each other until we're willing to tear down the walls. And then you're surprised what you see on the
no.
other side.
That's real. And what I will say for me is I tear down my wall in my music. I tear down my wall in my art. About be 4 years now, I released a book called I Don't Want to Live Forever, but I Don't Want to Die. It was a series of poems of just different things that I've experienced. I'm also a survivor of an attempted suicide. And um I put my heart in my music, and that is why I'm so passionate about you know music in general. Just because I feel like, for one, it's therapy for me. It's an outlet for me to share different things that I don't know how to talk about. Like sometimes I stutter, sometimes I use like a lot. Sometimes I'm not the most. Sometimes I have these little shakes, and sometimes I'm not the easiest person to have like a normal conversation with because of things that I've experienced. So I try to put anything that I'm going through, anything that I've, experienced, anything that's really trying to bring me down, I put it in my music just because I feel like sometimes that is the best way that I can be heard. And whether, a million people hear it, whether one or two people stream it, I really do it for me just because it's an opportunity for me to, you know, to kind of let it out, to have that therapy. And the studio, like I tell anybody, that's like my second home. And I don't know where I would be at without music at this point, just because music, even more so recently, my latest single, It's Okay, Cry for Help, it is definitely talking about, different thoughts that I've had, as far as my mental health and stuff like that. And I really and truly at this point in my life, I want to be able to use my music to provide, comfort to other people that, are just like me, that can't, articulate how they feel right now in this kind of moment and stuff like that. I want them to be able to be like, this guy's rapping about, having thoughts of insecurity or wanting to, unalive himself. And, I feel that. And that's just what I want to do.
That's interesting. That's it. That's interesting. I often find that artists use their art um to uh to take the place of actual people, because a lot of times artists don't feel comfortable expressing themselves. They may have experienced some type of
Yeah.
trauma that made them, go inside the shell and say, I'm never going out. And the one mechanism with which they have a way to release and get it all out is through the artistry, be it singing, be it rapping, be it drawing or artwork or whatever that artistry is. So oftentimes it is therapeutic.
Yeah.
But what one has to realize sometimes is, even in the art, there's still no replacement for actual human companionship.
No,
And
you're
so
right.
what ends up having to happen is that not that you lose the passion for the artistry, but in the same way that you're able to let your wall down to put it into your art, you have to be able to let the wall down to allow this companion to love on you in that manner. And so what ends up happening is it intensifies both. The artistry will become even better and
Yeah.
intensified, and then you'll learn new ways that you didn't know you had to love someone.
No, yeah.
And you'll learn the extremes, new extremes, with which you have the capacity to express feeling and emotion for someone. So
And
absolutely, I understand what you're saying.
And the one thing I will say that I feel like I know that I'm extremely blessed with, just because as much as I, can say that, sometimes I don't feel like I can be heard. I have an amazing family. My mom is one of my best friends. My three older sisters, they're my other best friends. We literally on a group chat, we talk every day. Like literally, me and my sisters and my mom talk every single day. I have, friends that have not only, been there for me at the most craziest of moments, but they support me, when I'm up, and they also, kind of hold me accountable when I'm down, when I'm being that guy. And I'm grateful for them just because they keep me grounded, they keep me real, they keep me here. And I you're absolutely right. People are very important. And I'm so glad that I have the people in my life, just because without them, yeah.
I'm nowhere near. Don't do not ever um, mistake me for somebody who's the lovey-dovey type, because I'm really not. But from the
Now
things
you
that
give me
you
all the
say,
feels now too. You got me fix my life, Teddy.
but from the things that you are saying, I can only imagine that companionship is something that it sounds like is screaming from inside. I really want this companionship, this person that's just for me, just mine, all mine, that I can be
Oh,
intertwined to be soulmates with, so that you can let down the wall. Because I feel like you're getting to that point where you're like, I do need to let this out. I want to let this out. And you get to the point where you say, every time I feel like I'm ready, yeah, that's the one thing that's true in all Capricorns. Capricorns are like this. Everybody thinks that they are horrible people. They don't care. They don't care, and they really do. It's just that you're building to the point where they will let it down, and
Hmm.
people aren't oftentimes ready to wait. They want the microwave stuff, so they don't wait until it gets to that point. And
Yeah.
it'd be like just when you were about to let them in, they'd be like, "Well, fuck you, I don't want this no more." And you know what you do? You say, "Well, fuck you too, then." Well,
Now
shit,
I will say
I ain't glad I let you in.
I'm a little different from that just because I'm very a person that I love love. I love being in a relationship. I love
Watch
being booed up.
Raphael gonna come in the comments. He gonna say, "No, he don't." No, that must be your best friend.
So no, I really do love companionship. I've been engaged 3 times, married once.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I
still
don't
might
really
not be the
have
one. Still
I'm
might
very
not. And you still might be holding back.
I
You
don't
still
really
might be
have
holding back.
very I will say I do. But I also have certain people in my life that, bring out different sides of me. And I'm realizing that and hopefully I'm able to get all those sides out for that one person or two, just because I'm also open to different forms of
Polyamorous
relationships.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
you can have two boyfriends
yeah,
and love both of them equally.
absolutely.
Mm, interesting.
Cause
Have you
and
had
it's
that
just because
before?
I was in a somewhat of a polyamorous relationship with one of my more so recent exes, and
Interesting.
we, um, yeah, we were open to exploring to bring in somebody else in, but we just wanted to make sure it was right. So, but what I will say now, moving forward, I'm not going to say that that's necessarily what I'm shooting for, but I'm open to anything. I'm open to, I've even explored my sexuality as far as what I'm attracted to, whether
Whether or
be
not you want
female.
the tutor.
Yeah, I've dated and had relations with males, females, trans males, trans females. So it's like I'm very open to whatever is gonna fit for me at the end of the day.
You playing offense, defense, or special teams?
You say what?
Are you playing offense, defense, or special teams?
It depends on the day.
So you're special teams. Okay, special teams. That's fine.
No,
Because
and
I mean, if you're in the business of dipping spoons into sugar bowls all across the greater Atlanta area, dear God, God of mercy, God of love, people just want to know.
I
Now,
feel
the
like
man say he's versatile, so you need to come with something. You need to come with something. He
that is
wants
not
to
what I
dip his
said.
spoon,
Do not,
and he want you to dip your spoon. Be
do not
ready.
have these people out here thinking they can fuck me, because I can guarantee you, no. But like I
You
said, I
are
don't
you
even
one of
try to
these
limit.
top unless it's a relationship kind of people? You know, if you my boo, I'm gonna let you
Um,
blow my back out three, four
like
times a
it's
year.
I'm the type of person that I don't even like. I look at literally sex as an activity. I don't look at it as something that I base my relationship off of.
I
So
ask a
I
lot of people this. Let me ask you this: Do you how do you feel about friends having sex? Can you have sex with your friends and not have any strings attached?
Yes, yes.
You kind of stumbled on the yes. It was like a
Just because
yes.
for me for me it's never an issue for me. It literally is never an issue for me. But also I have different friends in when I say I have friends, I have different friends in different tiers. So
Gotcha.
I have friends who have elevated to like bro type level. I have like, friends that are like, I would say my best friends. I have, I would say my artist friends, and I have like people who I just want to fuck. But
Well, I always say it's like for me, relationships are like an onion. Onions have a whole lot of layers. It's still
yeah,
all the one onion, but you could be on the outer layer, or you could be on that inner small core, because there's ain't too many people that's gonna fit in that small innermost core. Or
you're
you could
right.
be out here on the outer skirts of the onion, where it's a whole lot of people, and a whole lot of area and real estate.
Yeah, and I
So,
have a lot of those layers.
interesting. You got a lot of bust down.
You say what?
You got a lot of bust downs.
I don't even know what those are. I
Bust
respect
downs out of you know what they are. These are the ones you find
I
on that baby. I
respect
just get a bust you down, and you can go on
anyone
about your life.
anyone that I've had relationships with. I respect them wholeheartedly. That I wouldn't disrespect them as being like, I'm not one of those to be like, oh, I got a bunch of hoes just because I don't. I have people that I frequent,
You got a
frolic
stash.
with.
That's what we used to call it back in the day. A
But yeah.
stash. Well, you got that three who are consistent. We do it over and over and over. We got all our stuff good. I ain't got to be around here looking because I got my three and I'm good. I don't need nobody else. I ain't going around. I'm seeing the same three people. I got one on Monday, one on Thursday, and one on Sunday because you can go twice or three times on Sunday. I stop playing.
Oh boy. But no, I feel like I said, I have a good time.
Well, that's good. That's good. What was childhood rebel like?
Wild. Um, I was very wild, but also I was very sensitive. I grew up in a home with just my mom and my three older sisters. So of course, and I was the baby and the only boy. So to a certain extent, I was, babied and was treated very. So, but I also had like a little wild, and I feel like because of that, I had a wild side. And but
They
overall,
just
like
let you do everything, huh? They just let you do anything. It's probably the sister right before you who always looked at you sideways and was mad at you and was like, "Oh, I can't stand him." That's probably the sister, the one right before you, and they look at you every time like, "Oh, I can't stand him." You always let him do whatever.
no, I was no. What's crazy is that I don't even have that experience just because it's like I like what you see on like TV as far as like brothers and sisters like battling out, like always have those sibling rivalries. We didn't have those. We literally got along very well. Like me and my sisters, we are like this. And I have like a relationship
You
with
know,
like,
siblings grow up, and sometimes being grown, it makes you more amenable to relationships with your siblings.
but
But
even
that don't
then,
mean when you weren't growing up, you ain't bust a bitch in the mouth and be like,
no, I'm
"Bitch,
telling
you
you,
better
like
leave me alone."
you can ask like my family, like they'll tell you, like we had of course little spats here and there, but it was never like to the point to where I'm like, oh, I hate my sister. Oh, I wish you were dead. It was never like that for me. It was almost like, okay, girl, you being a bitch today, but let's go get something to eat later.
Okay, okay. What am I going to see on this show that you don't want, that you want to clear the record about now? Because we gonna watch the show, and you don't know what the edit is like, but you
Whew.
probably in your mind, even looking at the trailer, can see how they edited and how they're editing the episode. Like, the people need to know I am
Um,
not such and such, or I
I feel
am
like
such and such.
I feel like everything as far as like the show is concerned, I I displayed myself the way I wanted to be displayed, and no matter what edits or no matter what production decides to do with it, at the end of the day, I stand on everything that I stand on the person who I am. I'm not that much of a nice person sometimes. I can be an asshole. I am very particular about the people that I'm around. I'm not a bit, I'm very petty. Uh, I will say the one thing that I do not necessarily regret, but is me and Ty Valentino, we had a misunderstanding that I kind of wanted to keep off of the camera, but of course, with us having to be around each other, it was very much so. There were moments that we really kind of got into it, and it was very intense. And as when the show, well, you'll see all what happens, but you know, I will say for that, with that situation, it was a misunderstanding, and I'm glad where we're at now. But let me tell you, I wanted to off that bitch.
Mm. Any fights on the show that we need to be worried about?
So there's not any physical fights. There's not any physical fights.
That's all I need.
And shout out to the cast, because there were a couple of times that it was cutting it pretty close. I will say that I was the only cast member that was assaulted, and that is not on camera.
Oh, it's not on camera.
But we gonna talk about it.
Who beat you up?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was not assaulted, but the only reason why, of course, I didn't retaliate is because of my respect and appreciation for women. And that's where I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
But I was assaulted, and
you know what? Go ahead, break out the little shit. Go ahead, be a whole drama queen.
Right, I feel like I just don't understand why they did this. No, but yeah, I would say it was a great experience overall. It was fun from time to time. We had drama. You'll even see a lot of the drama is tied around Bryson, unfortunately. And what's crazy is that he didn't bring no music, but we'll talk about that later.
He ain't bring no philanthropy to real life and philanthropy. Shut up.
Well, I'm glad that you peep the
girl.
the reoccurring.
What do you want to ask me, sir? You get to ask me a question, maybe two. I might allow two.
Out of the trailer that you watched, what is one moment that you were like, oh, I gotta see this?
It was not I gotta see it because I was anticipating. It was the scene at the very end where the guy was taking off his earphone and he said something, and in my mind I was like, that's an odd place to kind of leave off. He had like a blue afro, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, that's vague. And let me tell you, I don't even know what that's about. I
said that's a real odd place to end the trailer. So in my mind, I was like, is this like right before something big happens? Because I didn't understand that. But that's not for you. That's for production.
Ain't nothing big happening around that, man. But
I get production from every show, The Blues. They say, I don't know. I don't be bothering these people. I just be being regular.
Okay. Now, my next question is from and this is just, you don't know me, nothing like that. From the trailer, who would you say is one person that stood out for you if you didn't know anybody, if you was just watching like a fresh face, you didn't see real life and philanthropy? What is one person that you feel stood out? Who is one person that you see stood out?
That's so unfair because everything goes so fast in the trailer. Like you only see like half seconds with people, so that's kind of unfair. I just paid attention to the part where you said you were sleeping with production, and I know that's an ongoing.
That
thing.
Wasn't even part of the trailer.
That wasn't the trailer. What that was on? I saw that.
That was the behind the scenes. That was the behind the scenes. But you know what? You answered it right. You know who you're looking forward to seeing.
Oh dear God!
Look at that.
A mess. Anyway, that's your last question. Actually, all these questions, like you interviewing me. If production came to you today, knowing everything that you know now, would you do the show again?
I'm a little torn on that. And
why?
Just because I feel like it was an experience for me, and I'm really ready to like explore other things. I will say the yes part of it would be just so I can at least be able to give the people what they obviously want to see, but but also just to be able to kind of get more into who I am as a person, just because I do know that a lot, like with it being the first season, it was very much so an introduction to everyone and to everyone as artists. So I would just like to be able to kind of share different parts of my life, just because I feel like my family is such an important, element of my life that I didn't really get to display. And that's also because I wanted to make sure I protected them as well, because I'm very protective of them.
As you should be.
So I would like to just be able to just display a little bit more heart, just because I feel like people get my personality or my attitude, but I feel like my heart, they really got to dig deep to see or to find. And yeah, that's, but overall, like I said, it was a great experience. Shout out to Greg and, Ty Valentino for really putting this all together. It was, like I said, it was an experience that I will honestly never forget.
Cool. Now, listen, I ain't got no money to pay you. I know y'all artists are serious about y'all shit, and I don't have that kind of money to pay you. However,
I don't do
we
free
need to hear what
shows.
you got going on. We need to hear a few bars. We can't just let you leave here and tell the people you are Instagram rapper, meaning you just a
Not
rapper
an
because
Instagram
it's in your
rapper.
just because it's in your bio don't make you a rapper. Give us well, either that or I need like an intro song. I need you to make me an intro song for my
So
show because
I'm a writer, of course. I'm a songwriter
I need you
first.
to make me
So
a song for
I
my
I,
intro.
I got
For
you.
that could be like an L Teddy 27 intro song.
I
Ah,
got you. So I'm just gonna let you know this. I don't do
okay.
anything bootleg. So if I'm gonna do it, I'm actually gonna do it. So if you're saying it right now, this is on record. That when I make this song, when I pay for the studio time, when I actually come up
Oh,
with the full production of the song, all right.
they
But
want to take an arm, a leg, and a thigh. Dear God, people got whole studios in their closet with egg cartons and real microphones. I just-
oh no,
Okay,
no, no, no. I actually I shout out to my engineer, my producer. He is Kid Ambition. He is an amazing. He's also my videographer. He does all my videos.
that's not the blue thing, is it?
No, that's my bro.
Oh, okay. They say bros over hoes. That's because bros do it better than hoes. But anyway,
But yeah, I guess I could do a little piece of the introduction of me, which I would consider that to be Billy. So here's a couple bars from Billy. Hold on. I'm like, can I curse on here? Okay.
you can cuss as much as you want. You can cuss as much as you want. It's your world.
I'm always on my bully. I treat these niggas like fucking jokes. Now, really, I'm on my Billy. That means that I'm the fucking GOAT. These niggas don't spit no bar about me because they don't want no smoke. I put that on my life in every fucking word I wrote. I probably never get no deal because I don't be sucking dick. These niggas stayed out on their knees. I call them Cap and Nick. That ain't no disrespect to Colin. I'm just talking shit. But if that nigga take the wrong, he can suck my dick. The thing that's fucked up about me is I don't got no fear. This shoulder go up, this shoulder go up, they drop because I don't care. I'm really the best because I've been going hard all fucking year. I drop some heat like every week. Don't act like y'all don't hear. See, I know y'all hear me because now y'all trying to get back to hip hop, but y'all should be so weak. It's only good for fucking TikTok. I know you're trying to break your back, but do not get your fucking shit rocked. I have your bunny, pussy, me, my ooh lord, and lip lock. Do not compare me to these fags. We are not the same. Right, that's it.
Oh,
You could
okay.
you could go ahead and stream that. That is my debut song, Billy, off of my debut album, Billy.
Shout out
So
to Billy. The all of his I have his Instagram in the link tree. I also have
yes,
I'm sorry, his Instagram and his link tree. The link to both of those are in the description box. I also have the link to Real Life and Realities
yes. Make sure y'all
YouTube
subscribe.
channel. Go subscribe,
It's
hit
gonna
the
be crazy.
notification bell, all of that good stuff. Give them a shout out. I will be reviewing them. I got one of my masks up? Yeah, I got a mask up here. My masks are ready. Cause if the people come with the bullshit, I got
Yeah,
to put
put it
on
on. Put
a
it on.
mask or to put on the goddamn mask to deal with the shit that I be seeing on camera. Well,
Or the
listen, sir,
piss.
wasn't
Or the
it?
piss.
We're about to get up off here. Listen, don't go nowhere, even after I end it, so we can talk backstage. Production, if you want to come through, you can come through. You can come backstage now because I know you have the link as well. So production, now is the time for you to come backstage. Listen, all my people in the chat, thank y'all so much. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, watch a video, leave a comment, let your boy know you was here. Cuss me out, cuss somebody else out. That's what we do in the comment section. We argue about what we saw, what we thought. So y'all come do that. Listen, we'll be interviewing more people probably next week, I believe. I got to check with production, and we'll do some more. And we'll be reviewing and all of the good stuff. April 18th is the season premiere of Real Life and Music, and we will be right there to watch it all. To watch it all.
And
Thank
make
you
sure
so
y'all
much.
we hold on. We
Um,
also got a couple tickets for the premiere party that's happening on the 15th. So if you want to pull up and see a bomb ass show with amazing performers, yeah, go ahead and drop the get a ticket.
Okay, well, hit Rebel up in his Instagram for tickets, or you can hit up Real Life and Reality also on Instagram, Real Life Reality on Instagram, and you can get tickets from them as well. It's been real. It's been fun. Did you have a good time, sir? Did you
Yeah,
have a good
I
time?
had a great time. This, like I said, I be getting nervous with interviews just because I'll be like, what is he gonna ask? And but no, I thank you so much for having me. Shout out to Real Life and Reality. Make sure that y'all go and subscribe and be ready for an amazing season. And make sure that you're also going. Not only are you checking out like Real Life and Reality, but also check out the artists. Before that, we really get into the show. I think it's really important for people to kind of understand who they're gonna watch, just because
Absolutely.
that'll kind of give some background as far as what they're gonna give. So
That's good stuff.
listen to their music, whether they have one song or none. But yeah, it's gonna be bomb. It's gonna be great.
All right, that's all we got, people. Listen, as I always say, I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged, much appreciated. Y'all could have been a whole lot of places, but y'all were here with me, and I am grateful and thankful for each and
Amen.
every one of you that decided to be here. We're about to get up out of here and go backstage to the after party. Until next time, as I always say, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.
Yes.
We are out of here. Bye, y'all.